how do I bring reverence back to my parish when the priests and people don't care about showing reverence for our Lord?
Very good question. Probably one of the number one things here. How do I bring reverence back to my parish when the priest and the people there don't care about reverence and showing piety? You know what? This is one of those things you're going. This is Christine, right?
Yes.
Christine, one of the things you're going to have to do is you're just going to have to take it on the chin on this, and that's fine. Rejoice and be glad. Your reward will be great in heaven. We have a number of people here at the apostolate and who used to work at the apostolate who said they'd gone up a number of times and knelt down to receive Holy Communion, and they'd been yelled at and chased out of the church and stand up and humiliated in front of everybody, and they just refused. And the presumption is that you are just trying to draw attention to yourself and you're holier than thou. And on occasion, Thomas More said shortly before he died, St. Thomas More, there may be the occasion that we just have to run the risk and sometimes be seen as heroes. Well, here's one of those things. It's not your intent, but you need to do that. Is there a chances are that you aren't the only, maybe I don't know your parish, but chances are you aren't the only person in your parish who is perhaps uncomfortable with all the hand-holding and the Eucharistic ministers running around the place, an army of them and all of that business. So if you put yourself out there, you will probably, I would guess, after some amount of time, 2-3 other people will come to you. You need to, I think probably the greatest thing we hear all the time here, if I were to sort of sum up a viewer comment, it would be certainly in the top 3, I feel so isolated. I feel like I'm the only person who thinks this way in my parish. So, and then I found you guys and go, I'm not crazy. Well, I guess you might be crazy if you agree with us. But no, there is a sense of esprit de corps, and that's tough when at the very beginning you're the only one there doing it, and you're getting yelled at, and people are making fun of you, and people take a wide berth around you because you're the holy roller and all of that business. But, hey, it's Lent. At this point I would say, what a great Lenten sacrifice. You should be there, saying your rosary. Maybe you can ask a couple other people, would they say rosary with you before Mass? I mean, there's various ways to do these sorts of things. You have to find a sympathetic ear eventually, but and somebody who wants to be a comrade with you in all of this, or some ones who want to be a comrade with you. But at the beginning, oftentimes, because of the condition of the church, it may feel to you may feel for you as though you're the only one, and you may be. But at least do everything that you can. You're reverential, you genuflect in and out of the pew. I mean, you're probably doing all these things anyway. Just keep doing them. Somebody, somewhere is going to see that. They're going to recognize that. And, don't do anything, crazy. Don't be walking around, doing things that sort of draw attention to yourself beyond what you may have to do. But be very cognizant of the fact that just like any situation, and Mass has a social dimension to it as people are, arriving and leaving and all of that, people are going to be looking at you if you do something different, if you say something different, if you, if you dress differently, that sort of thing. That's okay. That's okay. That's what you want. This is the way things should be. This is the way people should conduct themselves during the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass. And if they make fun of you, or some people are like, she always kneels down during the Shake of Peace, and she doesn't want to hold hands during the Our Father, she's an old grouch. Oh, well, look, if that's the worst thing you have to suffer in life, you've had a pretty easy life.